I know everyone is looking forward to seeing more of our new project, our hurricane-damaged home. She is a Fontaine Pajot Mahi 36 Duo, so basically a double owner's version. Hang on a second, didn't we say hurricane damage? So yes, she was damaged during two different named hurricanes. The first being Hurricane Irma in 2017 in Nanny Key BVI's. And yes, that's right, she only has half a mast. Almost. After the storms and some small patch jobs, she was moved to the US VIs. Unfortunately here there was lots of vandalism. People took more than half the saloon cushions, tried to take the oven, and damaged lots of electronics. The previous owner then moved here to San Juan, Puerto Rico, where she sits today.
Alright guys, so I want to explain a little bit about this area here. A lot of people have commented when they've seen the boat and they say it looks like it's been repaired by a child with paper mache. So I just want to set this straight a little bit. What this area is, we will show you from the inside as well, but there's a big damage on the corner here. And this area is actually covered by a mold. So the mold is the part that we need to make the fiberglass piece for inside to do the actual repair. So it's actually very, very thin. But on the inside of it, it's very, very smooth and it's got the right shapes. So we can build the fiberglass part we need to cut that into the old roof and cabin top. So whoever it was, I don't know who it was, whether it was the old charter company that had it, the previous owner before us, but somebody managed to find another identical boat that was willing to let them lay fiberglass over the top to make the mold. So this is a very, very valuable piece, because to actually make that part look and match the same as the other side of the boat would be nearly impossible without a mold to do it. So this is the area where the old hardtop used to be connected. The hardtop was removed by one of the two hurricanes it went through. We don't exactly know what happened, but that's where a lot of the damage at the back of the boat obviously came from, where the hardtop landed. Us personally, we don't like the design here. It's very, very low anyway. We'd have had to, you can imagine a hardtop down here wouldn't have been very good anyway. And we've got some tall friends that like to come sailing with us.
We're not very tall, but...
We're not very tall, but Alan, our mate Alan. So what we decided we will do, because we can start from scratch, so we will build a hardtop which is up here. So basically you've got a viewing window which can have a zip in front. It will also make it higher so it's easier to get around on the boat. We need to redesign the rig anyway, so...
What do you mean?
There's the mast, the stumpy mast. To rebuild the boat, everything can be done as we want it, because we've got to put it on new anyway.
So another issue that we will have to fix is the door. So here we have one sliding door. It does close, but there's obviously a big gap here. So the previous owner, they had this cover made to keep the weather out, but that's not the proper design. There is supposed to be another sliding door that goes through there. So that will be something that we do have to get made eventually. Whether or not we keep it the exact same way or we make like a folding door, it depends.
So to get to the two engines on this boat, access is from the outside, not from the inside. You can't get to them from the bedrooms. A little fire port in the bedrooms, so you can spray a fire extinguisher in there. So if you did have a fire on board, you wouldn't have to open these hatches to deal with it. You can actually extinguish the fire without giving it more oxygen. So I do like that part of the design. So down here in the engine room, these are Yanmar 3YM30, so the 30 horsepower version on SD20 sail drives. That's the basics. Both engines seem to run pretty well.
Well, no, we have the water issue on
well, I've got the water issue on the opposite side, on the starboard side, no raw water, but we're going to get to that, hoping it's just something simple. This side here, you do actually see we have the autopilot is over there, steering rack. This has got a seized rudder. We also have a lot of our shore power connections.
What was that? Seized rudder?
Seized rudder, da, da, da. There is also our battery bank there, which is new, it's been replaced. So over on the starboard side, you can actually see here all the fiberglass. It has been repaired. Looks like it was repaired by a 5-year-old, if you ask me. It was obviously done in a hurry just to get the boat semi-seaworthy. So I'm going to have to go over this whole area. You can see it's been smashed. This has been replaced by probably a part made from a mold from the other side. Cleats have been ripped out, steps have been gone over, but it seems pretty solid. From the inside, I've inspected the fiberglass and it looks quite strong, but it just cosmetically it looks absolutely terrible, so I need to check everything that's been done with fiberglass on this boat. As for inside, pretty much the same as the other side. A couple of extra bits. We do have our water pump down here. So we have the controls for our deck hose. I'm not sure if you can see those. But we have a deck hose out here that needs replacing. It drips and just fills the bilge up with water, but that's the way it is. We do have a start battery on this side, actually 2 of them that someone's MacGyvered in, so that's something I need to do to replace and remove because they're not secure at all. Yeah, so on this engine here, she does fire up. She starts and she sounds okay, but there's no raw water flow at the moment. So I will be taking a look at that. We do have the steering cable does connect down in this hole, but that's a job we're getting to. The cable that was on the boat was seized, rusted seized, so we've ordered another one. Should be arriving in the next couple of days. So this is the helm. Helm seat, not original, used to be part of the hardtop. So I think Mark obviously just found something that will do. At least it's white and it's something to sit on. As we say, we've got the Yanmar engine, so we've got the 2 controls for those here. We have Garmin electronics pack. Some of it's working, some of it's not. Here we have depth. Going across this would be for the wind instruments, but there is no wind instruments because obviously the mast was lost. But the screen does work. And here we've got an autopilot, which I've actually just managed to get wired up and working again, which I'm super happy about. Still need a steering cable though.
But when this wheel spins, it's a bit warped.
Yeah, it's been hit, but it'll still work. Standard controls. We do actually have an electric winch on board. This one up here.
But shocker.
But unfortunately it's taken a hit, so it's not working. It's been disconnected from the inside. But it looks like they're standard parts and it's just a simple, maybe a ring on the top. So I'm gonna try and get the spare parts for that.
There is some damage here on this part as well.
There's pretty much damage everywhere you look on this boat, whether it be small bruises, well, I consider that a small bruise on this boat. On another boat, I consider that a huge damage. But yeah, this eyebrow piece is very, very weak. It's been repaired here, here, here. I'm probably going to try and take it off, repair it from the underside, re-gel coat it and put it back on. It is a separate part. It's just how well it's glued down is just going to be interesting to try and get it off. We do have our anchor locker. Hinges on this one are both coming out of the fiberglass. I have to be a bit careful. But coming on in to the anchor locker, lots of room down here. Lots of we got chain. We don't know how much we've got. We haven't measured it yet, but it's 3/8 chain with a nice swivel. We want to replace the anchor. We do want to put a rockner back in. That really helps us sleep at night. We do love a rockner. Windlass. Erica's now unemployed. She doesn't have to pull the chain up anymore, but we haven't tested it yet, so we don't even know if it's getting power, if it works. So she might be lucky enough to actually still have to pull the anchors up. So Erica's opening up one of the 2 sail lockers that we have. It's pretty full with junk at the moment.
It's full of stuff. So in here we do have 2 extra fuel containers and the broken davits from the back of the boat.
This one here, I'm not even going to open it up. It's absolutely so full of dust. I've been grinding fiberglass down there. So you can imagine the white powder down there is absolutely terrible. Reason I've been doing this is for the cross member here. I didn't like the way the repair looked from the outside, so I started grinding it back to find that someone had pretty much filled a hole with Sikaflex and then painted over the top with gel coat. So I'm glad I've taken that apart, and I will end up doing it also on the other side, but I'm going to repair them both nice and strong as they should be.
She does look slightly funny with that half a mast, not even. I think we're going to keep the main, eh?
Yeah, I think we'll keep the main. Looks like it's in not too bad a condition. It's still pretty crisp, it's not that old.
Yeah.
So,
well, she is only a 2014, so realistically the sail shouldn't be that old, right?
So I reckon we'll get these battens out, see if we can store the battens and fold up the sail. Alrighty, so venturing down into the starboard hull. Wait a minute, this will be the port hull. Let's go into the port hull. We haven't started the cleaning process down there. We have emptied out a lot of trash that came with the boat. So just to show you the state of the place. So this is the bathroom. Just emptied out loads of junk. We have thrown away so much stuff. But just look at the disgustingness of the mold and the dodgy old shower water. These are the hatches actually on recall. So unfortunately, apparently the window can just pop out when you're navigating, and that's not very safe. This is Mum and Dad's bedroom, as we call it. And we will tidy up before you get here, okay? There's also a little shot of some of the fiberglass damage that we've got to deal with. But hey, got plenty of time. We're all unemployed at the moment, so time to fix the boat.
So down here on our bedroom side, we do have a couple cracks in the fiberglass as well. Not as bad as the other side, obviously, but there is another one here in the mid as well. We will get those sorted out, hopefully sooner rather than later. Obviously, the underside of the boat needs a bit of a scrub. You may notice the reef growing in only certain places. We believe there was some repairs done under the waterline, and a different anti-foul was used.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. Now you've got to see our new boat. Hope you like the idea and the project. Obviously, as you can see, things are going to change a little bit around here. There's going to be a big emphasis on boat repairs. So fiberglass repairs, mechanical repairs and rigging. Lots of things that we want to explore. So stay tuned if you're interested in all that sort of stuff.
And we just want to do a big shout out. Thank you so much to our patrons, new and old. It means a lot to us that you're still with us.
Yeah, a load of people stuck with us even though we've been gone for all this time. So thank you for staying there. Yeah. And there's a few people who have jumped in in the last few days.
So thank you very much, guys. It means a lot to us.
The Yanmar 3G 30s. I don't know if they're 3G 30s. Let me just check.
Try that again.
Okay, so pass me the camera. Okay.
Camera's being like, it's too early. It's too early. What are you doing?
Okay. It's recording.
Can you open your eyes a little bit more?
He became a man.
There's two of those as
That's
well.
Gumby.
One I've already thrown out.
This is the new Gumby, and then this is, oh no, Mr. Bill. Do you know who Gumby is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's who he is.
What the hell is this thing?
I have no idea.
We're cleaning out the boat. This is the crap we've already gotten rid of.
Yep, it's Mr. Gumby gone wild.
Mr. Gumby gone wild.